Welcome to Anime Hour. I'm your host JP, and today's episode we're going to talk about Monster Girl Doctor. Now, if you're hoping that Monster Girl Doctor is a sequel to Monster Musume, I'm going to go ahead and tell you now that is not the case with this anime. So far, there's been 6 episodes aired of Monster Girl Doctor, and to be honest, yes, there are some similarities with Monster Musume, but honestly, you can kind of say Monster Girl Doctor is its own standalone anime. Now, in the older video I made, I talked about Monster Musume and how I thought Monster Girl Doctor was basically a spin-off to Monster Musume. Now, after watching 6 episodes of the anime, to me, Monster Girl Doctor is not a spin-off, but much more of a prequel. The reason I'm saying this is a prequel because in the first episode, it talks about how humans and monsters were really going to worry at each other, just fighting each other. But now the humans and monsters came to agreement, and now they're actually trying to live amongst each other. Unlike in Monster Musume, you can tell we was in a much more modern era. In Monster Girl Doctor, you can tell we probably maybe hundreds or even thousands of years before the actual Monster Musume events happened. Another big change I noticed in Monster Girl Doctor is we actually get to see male monsters, which was kind of cool if I say so myself, because not only do we get to see male monsters, we got to see some monsters that wasn't just like a human face with a monster body. We actually got to see them with fully monstered out, and that was kind of dope. Now, as far as the story goes in Monster Girl Doctor, it's completely different from Monster Musume. In my humble opinion, I feel like Monster Musume didn't really have much as far as a story goes. Now, manga readers, please don't shoot me. I'm just going basically what I saw in the anime. And in the anime, we only really got to see Darling-kun just take care of some new monster girls that needed some help. There wasn't really a big, huge problem between each girl. They had maybe like a little small backstory, but other than that, it was basically they had a problem and Darling-kun was the answer. Darling-kun took care of them, and that was pretty much the end of their problem. Now, am I saying that Monster Musume was at fault for doing that in this anime? No, absolutely not. To me, what made Monster Musume such a lovable anime was the comedy behind it. You couldn't go an episode without dying of laughter from the anime. It was just that funny, and that worked just fine for Monster Musume. But in Monster Girl Doctor, they took a different route. In Monster Girl Doctor, it's a little bit more serious, but not too serious. Each episode, we follow Dr. Glenn on his journey of becoming a great monster doctor, and so far, after watching 6 episodes of the anime, I'm really enjoying it. Now, the reason I say it's a little bit more serious than Monster Musume, because in each episode, we see that each girl monster is being affected by something either mentally or physically. And unlike Monster Musume, where Darling-kun just took them in and just took care of them and that solved their problem, Dr. Glenn had to actually examine the girls, figure out what they was going through, and then he also had to come with a solution to fix the problem. And you may be thinking, hey JP, that's not really a big change. They basically did the same thing. To me, it is a big change. In one anime, you just got the main characters just basically saying, hey, move in with me, I'll take care of you, no more problems. And in another anime, you have a doctor that's actually going on a journey to become a great doctor and taking care of monsters. Not only that, like I said, there's only been 6 current episodes out on Monster Girl Doctor, so I'm pretty sure we're going to see even more character development of Dr. Glenn throughout this series. Another big difference I see in this anime was they really toned down on the etchiness in this anime. Now, you still have your occasional scenes like here where you see the 2 centaurs try to seduce Dr. Glenn, and also right here where you see Safi try to seduce Dr. Glenn, which is pretty funny. But as of now, about halfway into the anime, there's nowhere near as much etchiness like in Monster Musume. Now, as far as the character goes, I love each and every character that's in Monster Girl Doctor, even though yes, they are the same species as the girls in Monster Musume, but what makes it different is their personality. For instance, Safi in Monster Girl Doctor is much more mature than Mia in Monster Musume. Also, Meru from Monster Musume is much more mature and much more older than Lulala in Monster Girl Doctor. Then you also have a couple more different species that we didn't get to see in Monster Musume that we see in Monster Girl Doctor. So yeah, it may have a lot of similarities as Monster Musume, but it still has some differences in Monster Girl Doctor to make it its own anime. Well guys, that's going to be the end of the video. Put down in the comment section how you feel about Monster Girl Doctor if you already started watching it, and if you haven't, please give it a watch. I'm really loving and enjoying this anime so far. And also, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that like button. If you didn't enjoy, make sure you hit that dislike button, and make sure to subscribe for my future videos. But anyway guys, that's going to be the end of the video. I'm your host JP, and this is Anime Hour.